I found out that democracy in Africa is a fraud as a little boy. Okay, listen, pay attention, Africa. You see, we were taught in school that election is essential in a democratic society. And we were also taught that election is a test of popularity. That is when I knew that democracy in Africa is fraud. Because if election is a test of popularity, that is to say, popularity determines authority. And if popularity determines authority, that is to say that deception can be used as a strategy in a democratic society. Pay attention. When they tell us that democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people, that is Abraham Lincoln's definition of democracy. That was the definition of democracy that was sold to Africa. Because that is what fits into their narrative. That gives you the perception that you are powerful. After all, it is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So even when the leaders are messing up, you own them. After all, you are the one that put them there. Even when you knew that you did not put them there, that definition has done something in your mind to believe that you are in power when you are not in power. What they failed to tell you is that Abraham Lincoln wasn't the only one who defined the concept of democracy. No. One of them, Alexander Pope, an English poet, also defined democracy as the madness of many for the benefit of few. Madness of many for the benefit of few. Now ask yourself, between the definition that democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people, and the definition that says that democracy is the madness of many for the benefit of few, which one in reality is happening in your respective countries in Africa? Which one? If you're honest to yourself, you will know that it is that of Alexander Pope that your leaders are applying in your respective countries. The madness of many for the benefit of few. One of our own, Thomas Sankara, said that we have two choices. Either we choose clean water for all, or we choose wine for selected few. Madness of many for the benefit of few. That is in synchronization with that definition given by Alexander Pope. Listen, let me tell you something. I don't like quoting Greek philosophers because I like promoting African philosophers. But sometimes I can't help but to quote Greek philosophers because some of them were honest and truthful. Do you know what Plato talked about democracy? Plato said that democracy does not select the best leaders. Democracy selects the best liars. He said that democracy does not reward wisdom. Democracy rewards persuasion. He stated that the man who understands reality is going to lose to the man who understands how to manipulate perception. He stated that the honest is going to lose to the charming. The disciplined is going to lose to the theatrical. Let me explain it for you. The disciplined man is the man who say, I am not going to give you money to vote for me. Vote for me because I'm right. Vote for me because I'll make a change. And that is why people like P.L.O. Lumumba, the one who talks about Africa, you know him, Patrice Lumumba, Lumumba. He cannot win election in Africa because you cannot come to vote for him and he will pay you. But the theatrical, the man who shares money and throws money, people will collect that money and vote for him. So in democracy, the disciplined, the honest will lose to the charming. The discipline will lose to the theatrical. So what happened? The best minds in our societies experience these things because they painted a picture and told us that democracy is how it's supposed to be. So the best minds in our society, what did they do? They tried and saw that it can't work for them. They packed their bags and went to Europe and America, became a product of brain drain. But they who run away from Africa, they are not free from what is happening in Africa. That's why they're in America and Europe and they're complaining about home. Why? Because home is where the heart is. The heaviest punishment of the best minds running away from the politics of the society is that they will be ruled by the inferiors. Because when competence withdraws, deception advances. When truth becomes costly, lie becomes essential. That is what you need to understand. You need to understand that truth has become costly in our society today. So lie has become essential. When popularity now determines authority, deception becomes a strategy. Africa, Akebulan, open your eyes. This illusion that you are in power, that every 4 years you come with a card, that ballot box gives you authority during election, that is an illusion. You are not in power. They tell you that for you to believe that you are the one that put them in power. You don't put them in power. You must change the structure. Hence, they will use you as they use your fathers. They will use your children as they use you. You must restructure the entire system in Africa. That is what Museveni did in Uganda. Rigged election everywhere. Irregularities. The bloc did not talk about it. It's happened all over Africa. It happened in Nigeria. It happened in Uganda. Who knows where it will happen next? The tank fire is opening your eyes. See, understand. This is the only place we have. Jackpot cannot be the option. Don't run away. Let's fix this African dream. Akebulan, wisdom is the principal thing. Wisdom, Akebulan, is the principal thing. Okay, I want to tell you something very important, my people. Something very important. You see, for a while now, people have been asking me, Tank Crier, how do we support what you do? And sometimes I even find it difficult to get back to them because I don't want to hide knowledge behind payment. I want knowledge, information on Africa to be available to everyone. And that's why for the past 6 years now, I've been giving free books to people all around the world. And I'm still doing that to date. Okay? But at the end of the day, research, internet, data, time, they are all costly. Okay? So I've decided and I've created a link. Okay? It's in my bio. If my teaching has ever changed a misconception for you, if you have ever learned something from my teaching, if you have ever gotten to love Africa more from my teaching, feel free to support me. The link is in my bio. Okay? But have it in mind that whatever it is you use in supporting me, you are not just supporting me, you are also advancing the knowledge, the history, and the identity of our people. I love you and I care about you. Wisdom Akebulan is the principal thing. The link is in my bio. I love you once more. God bless you. Wisdom Africa, Wisdom Akebulan is the principal thing.